Hello students, once again welcome to Bholanath Academy students. Here students we are going to see the part 3, some basic concept of chemistry part 3. Now here so far we have seen the physical properties students. Now in this video we are going to see the chemical properties. Now first of all students, in examination sometimes they are asking what are the chemical properties. So are those properties students where the substance undergo a chemical change in the chemical composition. See, this is the carbon element. Now it is converted into carbon dioxide. So there is a change in chemical property. Now here the carbon is also present. Here the carbon is in solid state, but now it is converted into what? Gas state. So there is a change in chemical properties. With physical properties also changing in chemical property. So these changes is called as chemical changes. Understanding students? So what is these are the example students, how the carbon converted into the carbon dioxide with the help of the oxygen. Now same students, when the magnesium burns in presence of oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide. Now students, here it is a solid. Now here it is also solid, but when you see students, it is very hard, but now it is what? It is converted into a powder. So these are the chemical changes that once it is changed, it is very difficult to regain this magnesium from the magnesium oxide. So are those properties where the substance undergo a chemical change in chemical composition. Now so this is called as chemical properties students. Very important students. After knowing the chemical property definition students, we are going to see the laws of chemical combination. Some laws are there students that we call as laws of chemical combinations, how they are combining and forming the compound. So there is a laws of chemical combination, we call as law of chemical combination. This process is governed by the 5 basic laws discovered by the knowledge for the molecular formula. Now students, this process is governed by the 5 basic laws discovered before the knowledge for the molecular formula. The element combines with each other and form compounds. So that is why it is called as chemical combination. Now students, first law students, we are going to see law of conservation of mass. This is called as what? Law of conservation of mass, first law. So what is that students? Mass can neither be created nor destroyed. During the chemical change students, mass can neither be created nor destroyed. This is very important students. This is the conservation, we call as what? Conserved. So that means mass before the reactant is equal to the after the product. So Antoine Lavoisier, who is the father of the chemistry, observed that total mass of the reactant is equal to the total mass product present at the product. After the reaction students, product is formed. So they are equal. So that is why the law of conservation of mass, it is called as what? Law of conservation of mass. Now after knowing this law students, now second law is law of definite proportion students. What is the law of definite proportion students? So a given compound always contain exactly the same proportion of element by weight. Students, when you see, this is the compound copper carbonate. Now in copper carbonate students, it is made up of copper, oxygen and carbon. Now when you see the cupric carbonate, we also call as cupric carbonate. In natural students, copper is 51.35, oxygen is 38.91 and percentage of carbon is 9.74. Now when you prepare this cupric carbonate in lab also, you will find the proportion percentage of copper will be the same, 51.35. The percentage of oxygen is also same, 38.91, and percentage of carbon is also 9.74. That means the percentage will never change whether it is synthetic or natural. The compound will be exactly the same proportion whether it is present in nature or be prepared in lab. The percentage will be always, so that is why it is called as law of definite proportion. Understanding students? Very important students. Now after that students, we are going to see the third law students, that is called as law of multiple proportion. Now what is the law of multiple proportion students? When two elements A and B form more than one compound, the masses of the element B that combines with a given mass of A are always in the ratio of the small whole numbers. Two elements, two reactants we have taken students, A and B, where the students, the masses of element B that combines with A give mass of A are always in the ratio of the small whole number students. Say for example students, here John Dalton observe that two masses of oxygen combines with a fixed proportion of hydrogen. Now here the given hydrogen proportion is the same. Now oxygen is going to be combined with water if it is forming liquid, water liquid. So students, 16 gram oxygen is required. Now same the fixed amount of hydrogen is same students. Now oxygen is combined with hydrogen gas and is forming hydrogen peroxide. So now the different compound students, but here the one of the reactant, that is A, is the same fixed and B is varying. This is the B. Understanding students? Here the 32 gram now will combine with 2 gram of hydrogen gas and forming hydrogen peroxide. Now when you see the weight students, 16 gram and 32 gram, they are always present in 1:2. That is whole numbers. So this is we call as law of multiple proportion. So they are present, they are combining with different proportion. Here it is 1:2. same oxygen is combined in different proportion. That is why it is called as law of multiple proportion. Now students, one more example I have shown here. This is the fixed proportion, 14 gram, 14 gram. Now here this is changing students, 16 gram and 32 gram. That means 16:32. That is the different whole numbers we are getting. And here we are getting nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide. So here the nitrogen weight is 14 gram, nitrogen, this is the fixed, but the weight of oxygen is changing. That is why it is called as what? Law of multiple proportion, which is 1:2. 1:2. Now students, we are going to see the fourth law of chemical combination is Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volume. This is only for the gas. When gases combine or reduced in a chemical reaction, they do so in a small ratio by volume provided by all gases at the same temperature and pressure. When the reactants are combinations and the products are formed, so they are always present in the, if they are combined, because they are gases. So gases we are measuring with volume, so they will combine with a fixed volume. See for example students, here we have taken the example of hydrogen gas combined with oxygen atom and give one molecule of water. So here students, here 50 ml of oxygen require 100 ml of hydrogen gas and forming 100 ml water. So when you see the volume students, you have to divide this by 50. So you will get 2 volume combines with 1 volume of oxygen atom and gives 2 volume of water. Thus a simple ratio is coming 2:1:2. This is the fixed volume. So this is about the gas students, how the gas is combining and forming the product. So they are ratio 2:1:2. Understanding students very important. Now after that students, we are going to see the Avogadro law. What is Avogadro law students? Avogadro means equal volume of all gases at the same temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. Now here number of molecules are very important. If the volume is equal students, number of molecule will be always equal. See here they are, when you see the students, 2 volume combines with 1 volume of oxygen gas forming 2 volume of water gas. All are present in 2:1:2. So that means here the number of molecule will be always same. 2 molecules, 1 molecule combines forming 2 molecules of water. So that means the number, now students, equal volume, volumes are equal. Equal volume of all gases at the same temperature and pressure form equal number of molecules. If the volume is equal, number of molecules will be always equal. So that is given by the Avogadro law. So that is why it is called as Avogadro laws. These are very important for the examination point of view. Students, thank you. If you like my video, please share it, subscribe it. Thank you very much.